The following morning, Peppa Pig woke up in her bright room, the yellow walls glowing in the early sunlight. She pulled on her red dress and hurried downstairs, her alphabet book tucked under her arm. George was in the living room, rolling his dinosaur across the soft green carpet. The kitchen was alive with the scent of warm oatmeal as Mummy Pig stirred a pot in her blue apron. Peppa flipped open her book to N and saw a nest with tiny eggs nestled in a tree. N is for nest, she said, and George chirped, G-R-R-R nest. Daddy Pig sat at the table, reading the morning paper, his round glasses glinting in the light. He looked up and said, "Let's explore more letters outside." Peppa grabbed her crayons and dashed to the garden, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. The garden buzzed with life butterflies, fluttered over the flowers, and the tall oak tree rustled in the breeze. Peppa turned to O and found an octopus with wiggly arms in the book. O is for octopus, she shouted, wiggling her own arms like tentacles. Next, the family wandered to the shed near the house, where old tools and a rusty tricycle sat quietly. Peppa opened P and saw a panda munching bamboo in a black and white picture. P is for panda, she said, and Mummy Pig smiled, picturing a panda in their yard. By noon, the sun blazed overhead, warming the grass and casting playful shadows around the wooden table. Peppa reached Q with a quilt patched in bright colors in the book. Q is for quilt, she cheered, and Daddy Pig pointed to the quilt on their picnic bench. In the afternoon, they played near the pond, where water lilies floated and a frog hopped onto a stone. Peppa flipped to R and saw a rabbit hopping through a field in the picture. R is for rabbit, she said, and George hopped around, giggling, G-R-R-R rabbit. As dusk settled, the sky turned pink and purple, with stars just beginning to peek out over the hills. Peppa opened S and found a snake slithering through grass in the book. S is for snake, she declared, and George hissed, S, 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 S is G, R, R, R. That night, the family cozied up in the living room, the fireplace crackling and family photos glowing on the walls. Peppa reached T with a tiger prowling in the jungle in the picture. T is for tiger, she said proudly, and Mummy Pig roared softly in approval. Peppa slipped into bed, pulling her starry blanket up to her chin in the quiet, darkened room. She whispered, "I'm so close to the end of the alphabet now." The moon beamed through the window, lighting her dreams of letters.